Rena, we see her, she loses weight, no. Even if Ozempic, no, marriage. What if she accepted that this is the kind of man, this is the hill I'm dying on. If I want to be with him, I have to accept Hore. He is mine and others. So allegedly, this young man had I think it's his girlfriend. He had a girlfriend and he forced himself on the girlfriend. It was a matter of he forced himself and then I think he apologized the next day, started being sweet and she kept quiet.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Opinionated with Madam Speaker and friends, our beloved Sagui R. What's good?
Welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm welcoming everybody already. My name is Sagwadi Wakarabutla, and I'm definitely here to give an opinion on Gogo, Maweni, and Skhotheni.
Ooh, we don't even say nothing. No Happy New Year, nothing. We're just going straight into it.
No, it's late. We are late.
Okay, for those who don't know what is going on, we have two Sangomas here in South Africa. It's Gogo Maweni and Gogo Skhotheni. These two people have been on each other's necks for the longest time. I mean, I've never really been, a fan or anything. I never had feelings, but personally, I love Gogo Skhotheni because she's just lovely. She's got this beautiful aura, So when I saw the drama unfolding and everything, to me, it was like, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. But when it got to a point where Gogo Maweni posted a coffin of Gogo Skhotheni's child, saying that boyo, whatever, what was said in there, it was a trigger for me, I want to know what your opinion is before I give my 2 cents, because mine, it's kind of neutral, because I don't know. Do you pick a side? Do you have a favorite?
Well, for me, I think I like them both. Okay. I like them because although traditionally or how we were raised, when you're a Sangoma, it's not something that should be boastful about, posted everywhere. But I just like that there are people who are proud of what they are, right? And my opinion on this issue is when you fight dirty. If you do something to me, you don't get to choose how I retaliate. And this is what happened in this fight between the both of them. This is their second big fight.
Yeah.
Remember, they were friends even before. Now, Rena, we were expecting, okay, for Nane, you don't choose how a person fights. And I'm also a bit disappointed because I was expecting thunder. I was expecting they will send each other heart attacks and stuff like that. But they decided to fight on social media.
Like normal people. Like, you're not why are you fighting like you're not a Sangoma, guys? Like, can't you fight like Sangomas and go pew?
I was expecting good
Dragon Ball Z.
Like during the day when it's hot, the roof caught fire. That's what I was expecting. But when people say, if you go low, I go lower. Dr. Maweni went lower.
Hey, but look who's lower now. Because for those who don't know, apparently, allegedly, she is in police custody now because of some allegations. I don't have the details of what she did, but apparently it's quite serious. But the whole time, for me, I also kind of believe in the same thing, as you. I in as much as I'm saying that between the two of them, I resonate a lot with Dr. Skhotheni because she's a bubbly person. And also she's a very realistic person, In as much as she's a Sangoma, she is open-minded. I feel that's what I feel every time when I hear her speaking her mind about stuff, So that's probably one of the reasons why I even followed her podcast, to say, okay, she's not wearing my clapisi. She really encourages people to say, whatever you believe in, you stick to that, you know? But now, when they started fighting, and obviously other people are just, catalysts. They're just catalyzing their fights because these two people have been fighting the whole time, you know? So when Gogo Maweni went low and used the casket of a baby, for a lot of women, they felt like she went too low because they were triggered, myself included. But also in my being triggered, I still felt like, well, I agree with you in a sense, Yauri, when we are fighting, you don't get to tell me and choose for me what weapon I must bring. But now, it seems like at the end of the day, even if they're saying they've made peace, Gogo Skhotheni has gone even lower, because with what he revealed to the lives at the live sessions that she was having about the other lady and everything that has happened, that literally said it's giving people more, it's giving the police more, it's giving them more information or whatever, just the attention to say this is what is on the spotlight now, go and address to it. So at the end of the day, it may seem like Gogo Maweni was way too low, but Gogo Skhotheni was even lower, And I always say that with people that I fight on social media from time to time, In most cases, I wouldn't fight someone who just shares a different opinion with me. But somebody who's going to come for me, hey, this is what, when I didn't do anything to them. Mina, guys, like, I know this is not so bazalwane, what I'm about to share now, but unfortunately, this is who I am. If you're going to come for me, if the closest weapon, which is here next to me, is your mara, I will bring your mara to the conversation.
No, man.
No, I'll bring your mara to the conversation. No. And also, I don't understand this thing where people say, no, if we are fighting on social media, why must you tell me about my mother? My mother is not on social media. No. Your mother is the weapon that I know when I hit, that punch is going to land. So I can swear at you about anything. If you come for me for anything, I can use even your mara and swear at you about your mara. You understand? So it's the same as these things. When it comes to fighting, for me, I feel like there's no right way or wrong way of fighting. Use whatever weapon. If you have that nembeza, I don't know what they call it. What is the English word for it? I don't know. But I only know it in Zulu. It's bindi. Oh, not nembeza is like conscious.
Exactly.
If you have conscious, there are certain things that you cannot bring forward. Yeah. But if you don't have it, it's gone because the person has made you angry to a point where you're not even in your senses anymore. You can bring whatever. So for me, I feel like it's a fair game. When you're fighting, bring every weapon that you have. Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. But honestly speaking, they really did keep us entertained the whole of January, and it was like literally exhausting. We really wanted brooms flying now. We didn't want all that social media fighting anymore.
For me, I just wanted one day to wake up and find Gogo Skhotheni is like, 2 minutes in the hour. It was sunny, but then a lightning hit my house and then my roof is on fire. But that's not what happened. What happened was they were fighting on social media, the social media way. And that thing taught me something very, very important. I post a lot. I talk a lot. I have that thing even on Facebook. I would say, why is your boyfriend, 32 years, not marrying you? You guys have been dating for 7 years, but you are not married. Tell him, because when he wants a child, he tells you. Yeah. I used to talk in a provoke. Then this mister said to me, please be careful because you're going to be employed one day. Somebody's going to look at this or you're going to need clients one day. Sometimes talking too much will get you into trouble. If our psychologist, Dr. Maweni, walked away.
Because it was never even about her to begin with.
It was not gonna, she put herself in things, Dominique. It was not gonna affect her the way it's affected her. All those cases were cold. But now the police decided,
wait a minute.
Okay. So factually, Gogo Maweni is in prison. Monday she's got her bail hearing again. Sure. It didn't go successfully on this past week. So Monday the 27th, factually she is eating beans and brown bread.
All because she decided to mingle.
Because she decided to be the third person in things that don't need her. Right now, Dominique, I'm sure he's eating fucking nice.
Jesus Christ.
She's busy with the beans in an uncomfortable bed, if she even has one, just because she decided to open her mouth and say something. She could have walked away. She could have said, okay, sorry, or not even a sorry. Just walk away. Leave it. Don't join when your enemy is being fought, because today the spotlight has come onto her. And even if the spotlight did not come, when I'm angry, I can approach IPD and say, okay, but this case was brought to the police station, Yako Kai Kai. Sorry for the native language, guys. It was brought to a police station, but it was never looked into. Why? Then the people, the higher powers will come down and say, hello, somebody was hit with a bottle in their face, and you guys are chilling.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yo, yeah, no, now that's why I always say, Urimina, I fight my battles alone. I don't need an audience. I don't need people fighting with me because even when you get into trouble, I'm not coming and easy. I'm not picking your side.
Hypo.
I'll just watch you. So look now, she decided to go fight with somebody on behalf of somebody. Now she's the one who has to now.
My question to the audience is, do you think it's a good idea to fight for and with your friend? Or where if somebody's
When
fighting,
two people are fighting.
should you be inside? That's the question I have.
And a big lesson also. Stay away from people's fights.
Sure, imagine beans. Yo.
And also, I think the weirdest thing of them all is this reconciliation where people now started forgiving each other, and immediately after forgiving each other, the other one is being sent to prison.
Listen, when I was in high school, I was taught that there are different types of stories. There's a sorry to finish the news. There's a sorry to so that you can keep quiet. There is a sorry so that you can feel bigger. You can feel you won. There is a sorry to stupefy you. That was a story to stupefy a person, to stupefy her, to think, I have won. I have dealt with her. And she even came on a live Gogo Skhotheni to say, guys, please forgive her. Please, hey, let's be bazalwane. Let's be holy. Did it work?
Well, for her it worked, you know. I feel like for her it worked.
Yeah, it worked. I mean, she was putting a curtain over that lady's eyes, even if she does not go to prison because she I think she's a first-time offender. There's a criminal record. Do you understand? She doesn't work for anyone, but there's a criminal record. There are things you can't even buy on credit because of that. But as I stand, guys, what is your opinion about this whole thing? Do you think this would have happened if Gogo Maweni had kept quiet, or during the fight she walked away and she didn't post that casket? Because even I have never lost a child, but even I was like, no.
I know, Shem. A lot of us were triggered, Shem. Shem, we were triggered. But anyway, that's that. We'll hear in the comment section what the people have to say. Moving right along, have you been watching Young, Famous and African?
Young, Famous and African? Not really. But I have seen the interesting clips
on the TikToks.
Yeah, if I have to be honest, I would click on them and go and watch out. I've seen Nadia crying, the South African one again. I've seen, I don't know them.
No, but that one is Young, Famous and African. It's literally it's all
everybody.
Stars.
Yes, I've seen these people. I don't know all their names. Go off at anybody, but I do know Two-Face Idibia's wife.
Sure, I know that one definitely we must know. I think for me, first of all, I just want to say big shout out. I'm not really much of a TV person. I think I only have Netflix because I just want to, when I see something like that happening on the socials, I just want to go and look for myself and watch the whole thing for context. But overall, when I was looking at the show, I was like, this is a nice thing for Africans, you know, literally in as much as we have our own differences as a continent, like different countries, but this is one thing that actually unites Africans, you know. It's whoever that came up with that idea, it's brilliant.
It's a nice concept.
And when the one part that I saw trending a lot, I've been seeing Anie Idibia trending a lot. You know,
Two-Face's wife.
Two-Face Adibia's
African
wife.
queen.
Ooh, African queen. She makes sure that she reminds us that she's the African queen. You know. Sure, guys, I don't know. I felt happy and sad and heartbroken for this woman.
Why is that?
At the same time, you know, I mean, we all know the scandals that Two-Face comes with. I mean, even on the show itself, they do mention them from time to time to say this guy, you know, has publicly humiliated this woman to the core, has been cheating with everything that has got out and opening. This man has babied, has fathered babies outside, you know. And I think the first one that I saw was her being too sisterly, you know, and Nadia coming for her and attacking her and calling her with her boots looking like Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, yo, this girl is a rapper. She's rapping even on the show. And then this other one is it Zuri or Zari?
The one who just got married.
Yeah, where they were also fighting and like literally Two-Face's wife, she really just wants, she's got this. And I think this is the common problem in that show, you know, because everybody's a star from wherever the heck they're coming from, you know, and when they come together, when you are in one room and you are all stars, it's a problem.
Yeah, because you want
who must shine brighter than who?
Yeah.
But I want us to talk about this whole thing of, like, I feel like Anine, is a true representation of what Mbokodo is in South Africa. Anie, if you don't know what is Mbokodo, ask your friend Kanyine. You are 100 meter worth material, my sister. That's what you are. Is Mbokodo in a South African local dialect. Mara, for me, I feel like really, I don't know. Guys, obviously me being a bitter divorcee and everything, my comment or my thoughts on her situation will always be biased. Because I'm looking at this woman who is helpless in the middle of an ocean, drowning herself because she doesn't want to save herself, because she holds this marriage so highly that I remember she was even having an argument with that boss lady, where she was saying that you don't do that. I'm married. You just have a baby daddy. I'm married. Like, my sister, your heart is machaka as in matata. Your heart is mismeat.
She still loves him with those pieces.
Hi, my sister, please, you married people, tell me, what is this one?
Okay, so you mentioned something in the beginning. You said that publicly. If it wasn't public, it was better. Hey. Because publicly, you said it, I could feel the bitter divorcee coming up, publicly humiliated. So if we didn't know, it was better.
I think so, in my opinion. You know why, ne? Because I feel like back in the day, men used to carry shame for being cheated on. Ne? Like if you cheat on your husband has to carry shame if he takes you back. Like he says, yo of a man. Ne? But in this day and age, even women are being made to feel the pain and the shame for forgiving cheating. And it's the same as being a divorcee. The minute you open your mouth about anything, it's the divorce that's talking, it's not you. So even with Anie, for me, I feel like there's absolutely nothing she can say that we will say this woman is saying. Like literally, we just see her as a cuckoo's woman because it's stress that's talking. It's depression that's talking.
Okay. I want to dispel the stress and the depression. Ronal is something that, I always make examples. Let me not make an example. There is something about acceptance that will set you free. Right now we see her, she loses weight, no. Even if Ozempic, no, marriage. What if she accepted that this is the kind of man, this is the hill I'm dying on. If I want to be with him, I have to accept Hore. He is mine and others.
I think the issue is that she doesn't see life beyond that man. She doesn't see life outside of that man. She sees life the same way my grandmother sees life. And I love that woman to death. She's 100 years old, but in my own opinion, I feel like she has not lived. Because if your life is centered around raising your kids, raising your grandkids, now she's done raising everyone. She's like, I can die now. Like, what? You understand what I'm saying? That's how my grandmother feels about life.
But Annie's got her own life.
But
if
look,
we look at it.
Yes. What I'm saying is that now with her, remember we're only starting to know the African queen now. We didn't even know when Two-Face was singing You Are My African Queen, who the African queen was until now. But the issue is, when I was watching on the episode, what she shares with Kanye, for example, to say, this is how I feel about what the marriage has done to me. This is what this marriage has broken me to the core. This is what this whole thing has done. You can see with this woman, this thing broke her to a million pieces. Ne? And then when this husband now comes and then he's taking her to your Sun City and whatever, she's now crying. This man is saying everything that she wanted him to say. I'm sorry, I see your efforts. But she was busy saying he ignores me, he ignores the kids, he doesn't have time for us. But now when he says, I'm sorry for all of that, let's renew our vows. All of a sudden, she's happy. It's like you are feeling pain, but you want more pain to numb the pain. I don't even understand how you are eating poison. You want to eat more. I don't know.
Okay. You don't know Andy Messiah? He's a gospel singer. He says something about hope. When you're in a relationship, a marriage, you always hope for better until that hope is finished. And it changes into it's me again. It's me alone. Then you're gonna turn into a bitter divorcee or turn into a happy person who wants to be alone. Yena for yena, the marriage makes her happy. And I don't think people must be humiliated on
her behalf.
On her behalf. Yeah, no, sharpumus. If she wasn't sharp, she was gonna go. And I
No,
don't
but
know
my
why.
sister-
Why must she be the one who is shamed? She's not the one who's sleeping around.
Look, my sister, the issue is that, yes, I agree with you, she's not the one who is sleeping around. But when you check her and you check Two-Face, who's the one who has got low self-esteem? Who is the one that has to have a heart which is mincemeat? That guy is very much in a good place. And now, from comfort, he's working on trying to do right by her. From comfort. He's not doing it because he's feeling pain. He's doing everything from a point of comfort because this woman has accepted him and his bullshit and his baby mamas and everything. Now with her mincemeat heart, where she has to go to her friends and tell the truth about how she really feels about what this marriage has done to her. And then turn around and come and then say, oh, thank you, my husband. Okay. Is she really in a good... Are you saying, when you say that you have not lost hope and all hope is there, we can see what hope is not there.
If hope was not there, she would have divorced. She would have filed. The reason why she's feeling horrible, finally you are saying what you I've always wanted to hear is the same one you were telling us before we started. I'm praying for 1, 2, 3. Maybe she's praying for things to get better. People have been through things. People have been through things, and then now I'm gonna pick a side. My name is Sagwadiwa Karabutla, aka Promise Makunyan. You can't take me out. I'm here. You can't. Like, I want you to understand that this lady, maybe at some point, she was that person. She was saying, my marriage, I will leave because of my reasons. Because I want to go.
Or when the man says, I don't want you anymore.
Yeah, not to worry. When as a side chick, I decided, no, let me preg. Let me do whatever. She decided that, I will leave when I decide to leave. When you're sitting because you love people who love themselves, you love people to be back to life. Her heart is mincemeat. Who told you?
My sister.
Who told you?
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. That woman spits pain when she opens her mouth.
But she doesn't want to leave. When you want to leave, you don't
What
talk.
I'm saying is that when you are engaging with other people and you are always... For me, I feel like... And guys, like, you can come for me in the... It's fine. No, it's January, come for me. I feel like majority of people who are in marriages that are not working out, because you can't take out your frustrations on the person that's not making you happy. You always want to pick fights with everybody outside because you are making up for the fact that you can't fight them. If your husband is cheating now and he's not willing to leave the side chick and he's telling you straight, hey, I'm not going to leave that side chick, you can't do anything to him. But you still have anger and you need to discharge that anger and you must take it out on someone. So when you go out there, you find people, who do you think you are? You want to dictate to people. I remember Nadia saying, when you are just 6 years older than me, but you're already acting like my senior, what you say goes. You know why what she says, you know why she wants what she says to go out there? Because what she says doesn't go in her own marriage.
When you're part of the community that are saying, she's reacting from anger from there. So Pella, everything she does, just like you, we will say it's because of pain. It's because of pain. What if her character is leading? Because you yourself, you said, this is the first time we see her. How do you know her? This person is like, how do you know her before?
How do you know how she reacts when she's not in pain? How do you know when she reacts when she's not in pain?
Yeah. How do you know? Because everything she does, even if she gets angry at somebody genuinely, no, it's from her husband telling her that, I'm not leaving.
Whoa. You mean to tell me, Uri, after watching, guys, please, if those of you who have not watched Young, Famous and African, please go and watch for yourself and tell me, Uri, is this really a character of a person now? Where now? You must be fighting with everyone because that's your character. That's who you are. You must be right all the time. And then, Pella, remember, like I said, I think I gave a fair example to say, if in your house, you are never right. If in your house, you are never listened to. If in your house, you are never apologized to and you are a doormat in your house.
Please don't call her that.
I'm not saying her. I'm giving an example.
Yes.
Okay, just agree. Why are you catching feelings on her behalf?
Please don't call her a doormat because
I'm just saying. Yeah. Because, guys, like, for me, the one thing that annoys the crap out of me is the fact that this man is so relaxed. This man is so happy.
What must he do?
No, he's well within his right. No, he's panic. Wawana, if you are spitting fire the same way this woman is spitting fire.
Why must he spit fire?
Well, Akere, he's not being cheated on. He's enjoying. Akere. Well, I remember this man is the one who is enjoying.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a very wise words.
Eh.
Whatever. Ne? God forbid Mr. Maps sees this. Whatever a man can do, a woman.
My sister.
What tells you, what makes you so sure that that's not what's happening?
My sister.
That you're saying that lady has centered her marriage to a point that he can do everything and anything. He can even beat her up. She's not gonna go. What if she's me? She's promised Makunyani me. Sagwadi Junior promised Makunyani mixed.
She's not.
I will leave when I want to leave, not because when I decided to be pregnant.
Remember when you say that you leave when you want to leave, we all know you are consoling yourself because that day of you wanting to leave won't come. The only day that can come, God forbid, would be forward. The men were saying, but I've been trying to get rid of you for the longest time. I can see you don't want to go. It's better me, I go. the day of you saying you want to go is not coming. You get what I mean? Okay, but what I'm saying, back to the lady, Anie, what I'm saying is that when you are not being heard at home, when you have been humiliated publicly for a decade, by your husband, the man that promised to love you, but he leaves you. And Pella, remember how you feel about the situation or how you feel about everything that has happened to you. We are not hearing it. We are not assuming. With your own mouth, you shared with your friends how it has made you feel, how it has broken you. So the proof of your brokenness is not like assuming. You said that.
She's still there.
And also with you saying that you are broken, now you come. You have conversations with people. You must call the shots. Everybody must hear by you.
But we bossy people, Madam Speaker.
But what I'm saying is that it's more like because you can't get that at home, because you can't project, because at home you can't be heard, because at home you are a doormat. Sorry for using the doormat. I don't have another. My English is limited. I'm from Rawome Secondary School. Because at home you are a nothing. You want to compensate outside. That's why you're a troublemaker outside. That's why when we combine the fact that you did say with your mouth that you are going through the most, and you wanting to have the final say, you wanting everybody to hear by you, you are the last person to speak. When we combine all of that and all the stuff that you've been tolerating at home, it's like outside you are compensating for that which you are not been getting at home. And now we are saying, you see, all the other people, like, I'll give an example with Kanyimbao. We don't know a lot about what is happening in the relationships, but I think from what I've known, because we grew up watching her with Mandla and all that stuff, and she's one person who really knows how to make relationships last long. And even when she speaks, it's not a matter of her speaking because she wants to dictate because of whatever. She's just an assertive person when she speaks her mind.
Yes.
But with Anie, on the other hand, you can tell, hey, there's a big difference, my sister. For me, I don't know.
So you're saying, Hore, she stayed too long, or not staying too long. You're saying, Hore, she's broken from there and it has changed her character.
I'm saying
even if we don't know the old one.
I'm saying she needs to attend therapy. All I'm saying is, and unfortunately for her, should she attend therapy, it will be the end of that marriage because the therapists, they don't brush you like the celebrities and the people that unfortunately therapists, they will tell you straight, you are being abused and the only way out for you is either a coffin or you leave. You are venomous to yourself.
So, she's staying, That's a fact.
She's staying, she's doing a vow renewal.
She's
Mara, now those kids on Young African and Famous, they're going to keep giving her. You see how they're giving her every day, they're telling her news. They're still going to tell her news every day.
What matters is that we will work it out, my darling. What if they're going to go to therapy?
Guys, I'm a daughter.
Pella, I feel like the things that this man is doing is the things that were done in the past and still being done to some people that we know.
Not even to her.
In private. It is just that it's on public eye.
Yes.
But to be honest, a lot of people are going through this. They are sitting on it like we are sitting here. And at the end of the day, some even end up widows or widowers.
That's why this is the reason why widows are happy. The most happiest people are widows. they just don't. It's not everywhere. I only saw one widow on TikTok. I even did a video about it. Who was really happy. She's like, at long last, I'm free and I'm happy and I've survived abuse.
She couldn't even cry.
She couldn't even cry. She had to put Vicks for her to cry. You understand? So, yeah, for me, I feel like that any issue, Shem, until she attends therapy. Oh, you are tired of this topic? Oh, apparently this topic is boring, guys. Let's continue with it in the comment section, because clearly it's married people versus divorced people. Married people still want Anie to turn into more mincemeat and hold on.
No, she's not turning into mincemeat.
Because they want to be inspired. You want to be inspired, ne?
It's an African love story. They may work it out and be okay.
You see, my sister, the problem with the African love story is, why is it not favoring a woman?
This is why.
Why must a woman be the one that suffers in this love story? I always hear people saying, our grandmother's marriages used to work. It's because those grandmothers were being beaten up every day. So it's always a woman. So the success of a marriage is in the hands of a woman, while a man is gallivanting.
It is based on two people.
But this one is based on Anie hanging on.
At this point, and if they're going to work it out together, they won't tell us their private conversation. It's going to be okay.
My sister, do you think if Anie had a baby outside... Okay, Ndibou is saying we must close this conversation. But do you think if Anie had a baby outside and was cheating on Tubaba, the same way Tubaba has been cheating on her, was he going to be saying, let's work it out, 10 years marriage? Was he going to do that? There's no man who's crazy like that.
Let me tell you a secret. I know somebody who cheated. They married her.
Does the man know she cheated?
Yes.
He's a simp. That man is a simp.
It's a true story.
Guys, I don't advise you to marry someone who cheated on you. Even my partner.
Men do forgive cheating.
No, they do forgive cheating.
They do.
But now, what I would say is that cheating is a scar that cannot be healed that simple. We can pretend as if we have healed. But the reason, you know how you should check or you don't forgive cheating? Let him go back and cheat again. Is now strike 2, to show you didn't forgive. Because if you forgave, when he cheats the second time, you're not going to bring up the past one. You're only going to focus on this current cheating. So to show you guys pretend you don't heal from cheating. Yeah. So
this is why Queen Lee, my favorite, says, we cannot listen to unmarried people's advice. We refuse.
Okay. Baby, wait, let me send this message to my boyfriend. Baby, please marry me so that I can have an opinion in the council of women who are married, because my opinion is strong and it's serious, but because I'm not married, they're saying they won't listen to me.
Return soldier. No.
I will go back to war again. Mara, my opinion still stands. Cheating. If you forgive cheating, you are deceiving yourself. In fact, God has left the WhatsApp group of that marriage. Next. I'm joking. They will fire us. Next.
So, this thing that's going on, a legal one. I love it. Do you remember Sibusiso Dlomo's girlfriend, Co-Generations?
Yes.
Allegedly, Sonia Mbele's son is being incarcerated for alleged rape. Right? I saw an interview of hers, I think it was the previous year, 2024, where she was talking about him being an abusive boyfriend, saying that she said specifically, I'm so proud of that woman. She said specifically, I've done all that I can for my son. I have advised, I have taken him to therapy, I've done the work. It was a radio interview. And what is left is, it's up to him. If he does anything that is out of the way, I will let him face the consequences.
Sure.
So allegedly, this young man had I think it's his girlfriend. He had a girlfriend and he forced himself on the girlfriend. It was a matter of he forced himself, and then I think he apologized the next day. He started being sweet, and she kept quiet until she got home, and she still felt violated. She tried to keep it in, and this boy continued to be rude to her. He continued. He's a very, I don't know, I think he's either angry because he grew up seeing his mom being abused. His mom was abused. She did say this out publicly.
Yeah.
It's there on papers everywhere. So it has turned him into this angry little boy. Because he's so little. He can't be 23 and doing that. There's just for the mere fact that you are Sonia Mbele's child, you can date everyone. And
he's a cute boy.
Yeah, very cute. So I don't know what goes wrong, because if he wanted to, he could have anyone he wants. You get,
but the aggression.
Now for me, I see a very angry child. He's very angry. He is angry because why must everything be violent? This is your girlfriend. If today I say no, tomorrow morning I can say yes, And even if I don't say yes, it can be another day. It's not a train smash. My question to you is, here you are. Here is your son.
Sure, my sister.
What do you do? Are you going to court to support and say no? He said no. Because obviously they're all gonna say no. It didn't happen like that. Do you go and support him, or do you stand aside and give him tough love?
My sister, previously on our sister podcast, the Safe Space Chats podcast, we had a lady here who was sharing a story of how her husband was imprisoned to life imprisonment for raping her niece. For her, it was even more complex because it's family. Her husband is her husband for more than 30 years. Her niece is her sister's child that they've been taking in and taking care of. And there's another child also in the family that the man was violating sexually, and that woman chose to be on the side of the law, and she said, let the law vindicate you, This is a very painful thing. It's the same as when you are a mother and you have two of your children violating each other. You don't know who to side with, because the one that has been violated, they need protection from you. But the one that is also violated, they need support from their parent, because to a certain degree, they can still blame you and say the reason why they turned out the way they did is because of the childhood traumas that were caused by you as a mother. You understand? But I feel like in this case of Sonia Mbele's child, it's so sad. I love that woman. I love her so much for her straightforwardness, the way that she's not even sugarcoating. She's not acting as if this thing is not there. And for me, for example, I'm an activist. I'm a GBV activist. If I had to be faced with something like this head on, it would be so difficult, because for other people, I think other people can easily get away with it. If you're not in the public eye, if you're not an activist or anything like that, and your child is doing this or is being accused of that, you can easily get away with just supporting your child and saying my child is innocent and that is it, And when it comes to, when you're now in the public eye, it becomes a bit more difficult, But also it goes back to you being true to yourself as an individual, to say what do you believe in, what do you stand for, This is so heartbreaking. I have conversations with my kids. We have annual meetings. We have quarterly meetings. In the beginning of the year, we talk about what happened last year. If you're happy with the crossover, what's going to be happening this year, our plans for the year and all that stuff. And my son has already started telling me that he's got a girlfriend. You understand what I mean? Oh, Jesus Christ, that boy has a girlfriend.
I'm not ready.
He's only 10. Imagine. He's always on this video call with his girlfriend. Imagine.
Oh, my gosh.
So I try my level best to educate my son about, and also I encourage his father also, because me and him, we are cool like that, Hey, please, my guy, talk to your son about, this thing of being a boy and dating and all that stuff. Because, probably where his father was is where he is now. Because if you're cute like my son, you're probably going to be having girls throwing themselves at you. You understand? So I think a conversation with the father helps.
Nobody's throwing girls at him.
I'm telling
He saw it on TV.
I don't even want to say, because and in the beginning, this boy would always say, this girl is always calling me, mama. This girl is always calling me. Then now this year he has changed and he says, no, it's fine. I've decided that it's fine. Me and her, we can date. At 10.
At least they're dating on videos.
They're dating on videos. I told them that no touchy, feely. You can do hugs. For now you're only allowed to hug.
You saw how many people Popira Matuba arrested for teenage pregnancy. Oh.
I know, they're in the same class. They're all 10 years.
So?
Mara, they must not do.
They must not, please.
No, they must not do.
They must not.
But also going back to the topic, Nesawi, I feel like this is a very heartbreaking thing. Because like I'm saying, as a mother, I'm putting a lot of effort for my kids to grow up right. Ne?
Yes.
And I encourage my ex-husband also to put in the effort, and he's doing his very best, under the circumstances, to make sure that he does his part and my kids don't lack, right? But as they grow older and the things that they get out there and the influence that they get out there, it's beyond me.
Yes, it is.
I always say that we are healing from things that we call our childhood traumas, and we try to protect our kids from having the same thing. But traumas come from everywhere. They can come from the street, they can come from school, they can come from anywhere.
True.
So meaning that you are not entirely responsible for raising your child, yourself. You can do so much, but there are also elements that are going to come from outside. That's why for me, as a believer, I believe it's important for you to pray for your children all the time. And I'm not saying that these things that happen to these people is because they don't pray for their children, because people believe in different things. And I'm not the one to judge about whether people pray for their children or not.
Yeah.
But I always say that it's always good that whatever you believe in, you ask for guidance to to raise your kids the right way, if I have done my best. For me, it's the same even with any type of relationship. When I end a friendship, when I end a relationship, I would have given it my best shot. I would have tried my level best to make it work. And if I check all the boxes that I have and I find, no, there's nothing that I didn't try and everything that I tried didn't work out, then unfortunately, it's beyond me. So even with this case, I feel like if as a mother, you feel like you have lagged somewhere and there's something you can still do to save your child as you are seeing them grow, you should. But if you've gotten to a point where you feel like you've tried everything and there's nothing else you can do, like the way Sonia is allegedly saying, as you're saying in the newspapers and everywhere, I feel like there's nothing much you can do. You must let the Lord take his course. People who are in prison right now, their families are crying because they're in prison, but everybody has a price to pay for the crime that they did. And if it gets to a point where my child has to be in prison because they did that, then unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. I mean, we can always hope for the best, but when it comes to supporting the child when they're going through trial, I think I would be more like Keron, where I would say that I'm going to support you, I'm not going to be the judge and decide whether you are guilty or not. I'm going to be here just so that you will have someone next to you. But if you are being charged with rape, then you will go to jail. But if you are not going to be charged with it, then I'm happy for you. But either way, I'm going to pray that God will vindicate you through the trial and everything will be fair and square. That's all you can do. What more can you do?
I feel like there are 3 traumatized people here. Sonia's traumatized.
Yeah.
Because she has to stand up. Lena, she is some kind of activist against any sort of abuse because she was being through abuse.
Yeah.
She has to stand up and be like, okay, this is you. I'm not coming to your court hearing. And it can be easy. Honestly, she probably cries herself to sleep to say, what did I do wrong? Because that's what any parent will always do. You won't do it forever, but it will happen. Where did I go wrong? I gave them the bad school. I went to therapy with them. I did 1, 2, 3. What went wrong?
Yeah.
I tried this and this. And I feel like there's been so many cases that she stand in front and said, I will talk to him. I will help him. Somewhere. Give him a pardon. And then I will try to help him. That's why in that interview she said that I've done everything that I should and things have gotten better. In that interview she said things have gotten better. This case is a case that is so easy for a parent to say, no, he's innocent. It didn't happen like that because what I'm saying, it's this thing that you're saying, if it was private people, not a public figure, because it's not a violent. It's not done in the most violent way. This is his girlfriend. She is violated. I don't want to
take that
away from her. She is violated. But now, we don't need, in this case, we wouldn't need a rape kit or whatever, right? Maybe they can just check, okay, if it was normal, this body part must be like this. Then here's the anomaly to show this person might have been fighting or something. This is weird. This is like this is like the same case of Carol, but it becomes very different because with Carol's case, it was a child. A child cannot explain those things if they never saw them. This is an adult. They've been sleeping together. We may be so shocked and disappointed when he doesn't make it to jail. If he gets strong legal counsel, it can happen.
Yeah.
We need to open our mouth to that, our mind to that. It may happen.
But that then should not say anything about the mom. I feel like for me, if I was in her position, it would be unfair for you to say that then I should stand against my son. Because not even now, I preserve my opinions when it comes to issues of rape. When it comes to taking a side to say, I believe you, those are very difficult words for me to say. It's difficult for me to say, I believe you, I don't believe you. In as much as I strongly stand for women and I'm for women and everything. But we've interviewed a guy here who was wrongfully accused of rape, and people confess of wrongfully accusing people of rape all the time. And also because of how complex this whole sexual crime is, you can't entirely say the truth of what has actually happened. So you can only depend on the law to decide whether the person is going to be sent to jail or not.
Especially for couples.
For couples,
Yeah, for couples,
it's
even
even more
worse.
complicated.
So it can. All of us were expecting it to go the right way, the justice way. We believe the girl at the first instance, but as the trial goes, he may be acquitted. It can happen, or he can even get a lesser sentence.
You know what hurts me more than anything, Sagwine, is the fact that there are people who, from every rape incident or trial that we see publicly, there are people who are going to be encouraged to try to go and seek justice for themselves. There are people who are going to be discouraged and they're going to be keeping quiet and they're going to be taking their abuse even further. That's why for me, I feel like it's a very sensitive thing, and what you say with your mouth can either encourage somebody or discourage someone. So it's a lot more complex than other crimes.
Yeah, it's very complicated. Rape is very complicated, trust me. So, rape is very complicated. It is a little bit easier to prove it if maybe you meet somebody on the road, you don't know, they violate you, you get a rape quit, blah, blah, blah. And that one is easier. The one between couples, we will be very disappointed. That boy may get acquitted. If that boy does not have any criminal record to say, yes, there's hearsays that the prosecutor can say, or no, he's being abusive, he's being beating the person, there's being rumors, it means nothing in a court of law without a case number. He will be a first-time offender, and this is circumstantial evidence. We can be very disappointed. What I was asking is, at this point, as you said, you cannot take sides. You cannot take his side, you cannot take her side, right? You are the mother. Do you go into the court appearance to support your son?
Yes.
So you think that Sonia was wrong not to show up?
Oh, she didn't show up?
She didn't show up. And she even wrote a letter on Instagram.
To say she's not going to show up.
She did not say she's not going to show up. I don't know where my phone is. But she was in support of the girlfriend, literally, and also in support of let the law take its course.
Okay, I think maybe we must have this letter somewhere.
It's there on Instagram.
No, I mean on the video.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like this is a different case, compared to maybe if how I view my son now, my innocent, cute,
your angel,
very calm, chilled boy. If what I have in my head, the picture I have of him, is traveling to 15 years from now and he's being accused with the mindset that I have of him, I will show up. You understand? But with Sonia's case, it's different because of what this boy has already put her through and the efforts which have gone to waste. So for her, I feel like it's different because she's, to a certain degree, she's disappointed, she's angry, she's put in a lot of effort. I haven't put in effort to try and get my child to be in the right lane because I feel like he's in the right lane. So I would give him full support, not saying that he is wrong or right, but because he's not hurt me to a point where he has disappointed me that after everything that I've done for you, this is what you must do for me. You get what I mean? So I feel like Sonia is in a more, it's disappointed, and I don't know what is the right word to say.
We need a manual on how to raise these boys.
Oh, Jesus.
We need a manual because...
First of all, we need their fathers, guys. Like that one, unfortunately...
How can you donkey the river, Mar?
Should we read it? Let the lawyer read.
So that she can say no.
No, because you know how to read English. Nah, I'm from Mashamba village. Yo.
Before a message pops out, she's gossiping about me. All right. The last statement, the last paragraph of the statement by Sonia Mbele says that, with that said, Donnell will face his demons and take accountability for his actions and let the law take its course. I refuse to raise a man like his father. Rehab, therapy, and internal healing will prevail. She's tired.
I know.
No,
she's
you're
tired.
right. She's tired.
She's tired. She's done it all. She's been through it all. So like with me, I've not done anything. I've not attempted to do anything for my son. If it was to hit me now, it would be a shock, because what I know him to be, then I would have to support him from that point. But with Sonia, she's tired. She's tired, Now, but also, you can't throw away your child.
Friends, what would you do in this situation? What's your opinion? Please tell us in the comments below. As a mother, what would you do? I'm dying to hear, because even for myself now I'm conflicted. But anyway, Happy New Year, Madam Speaker. Happy New Year, Ndibu. Guys, what's happening? I opened TikTok. And guess who I found?
Who did you find?
TikTok fella stock budgets. Budgets, he's there. I don't know if he's a musician. I don't know what is happening. Let me give you a backstory. If you watch Skim Sam, Celia, Mrs. Mr. Maunga's wife, was married to Budgets. The one who was mursconting her. They were married. Ne? Then they got divorced. I want you to know that Celia is a Gogo. And years later, after the divorce, this guy...
Sabu's going to jail, guys. Like Sabu's going to jail.
No, I'm just saying. Mina, I'm observing. I'm not saying anything. I am saying, Hore, let us do the method of Pythagoras. Celia is a Sangoma. And Owaba Kilowe, do you know how dangerous Limpopo Sangomas are? And then
Sabu's going to jail.
And then Budgets. I don't know whether he's singing, whether he's bathing on TikTok. I don't know what he's doing. Mara, he's got Vaslap. He's got Vaslap. He's the things, all I'm saying, what I've learned from that situation, sometimes don't get people arrested, divorce them, and take traditional action. Because the way I see it, I am assuming, I'm alleging that traditional action happened there. There is no way. This guy, he opened 2025. Do you understand? He opened 2025. He was there. Maria. Haibo. I mean, I've been checking that page and checking Yaga the star, ne? Celia Maunga. I've been checking it, being like, I'm just waiting for her to just post checkmate, because there's no way. There's no way.
No matter, they posted something that people connected the dot with the kids, where they were saying, But also, guys, let me tell you something. This one, people won't tell you. You know, unfortunately, people won't tell you. But these are conversations. I'm a very, what is the English word? Is it conversative? Something like that. I like having conversations with people. Where's Pastor Bear? I wish he was here to help us with this dictionary. Men don't handle divorce like women. Like, guys, I don't care how. We can go to South Africa and go to Cairo and go to wherever. Ne? But a man without a wife is a sad man. A man without a wife, in as much as we as women, we wear marriage as a garment of, I have arrived.
I'm here.
Yes, but a woman can run a household with just her and the kids, and they don't look
crazy.
They don't look crazy. They just look like there's no dignity there because
there's no man,
there's no husband.
Yeah.
So they're gonna disrespect the household. But she can successfully run a household with just her and the kids. Majority of our fathers, our grandfathers, they were raised by single mothers while their fathers were out there in Maweni. You understand? But a man who does not have a wife in a house, it's a very sad man. You understand? So kahle, we get married to this man, them thinking they're doing us a favor, but we actually make them look good because a man without a wife is a sad man.
So you think you have an opinion that it is not traditional, it is just... maybe
marbles are disappearing. There are marbles which are shooting in that head. Unfortunately for me, I feel like there are some marbles which are just not
do you
there.
remember Budgets, Mara? He was a good man. Even when acting as an actor, he's like a pastor, like somebody who's got his man. But now I woke up and I had to look twice to say, wait, I don't want that name of his and his surname. Is this Budgets?
Guys, I always say, for men, if you divorce, quickly, find another one and get married again. You look lost, you look crazy, you look like you don't know whether you are coming or you are going because you just look lost. That man just looks like he needs a wife. That's all. Who
will delete his TikTok account, number one?
Who will tell him or keep these in the drafts? These ones must never leave the drafts. Because remember, the thing is, with people who have been in marriages, when they leave marriages, they feel like they have left the cage. So they start doing crazy things. So there's nobody to reprimand you. There's nobody to calm you down. There's nobody who is a voice of reason,
So-
especially when you're a man. But with us women, I feel like it's different.
We can
especially-
ground ourselves.
We can ground ourselves as women. Men, they just loose and they just run like wild dogs when they're done with marriage. As a woman, and especially if you're staying with your kids, you can ground yourself. If you can get married again, you can. But Mina, I was having, like I said, that I have conversations with my kids. My kids have never seen me kissing anyone. My kids have never seen me in, because I was preparing them to say, guys, there's a possibility I might get married again in future and have a baby again in future and whatever. Ne? But they've never seen me kissing anyone except their father when we were still married. You understand? Because I'm a woman, I know how to be very discreet and I know how to be very responsible because I'm raising these kids that I want them to still respect me. I don't want my kids to, I can't reprimand them tomorrow because of the things that I do in front of them. But as a man, how are you going to do that? You're staying alone now. You are alone. You'll be changing girls like you are mad. And then at the end of the day, you are alone, you are lonely. Like guys, and men don't heal. They don't attend therapy. They don't talk about these things. They just sit there and now he's busy doing bo matale bo Maria.
I mean, and all I'm saying is,
You're going to jail then.
all I'm saying is,
Oh, that one you're going to jail.
because, you know, the method of giving somebody enough rope to hang themselves. I mean, she just sat there and said, oh, I was abused. She even did an interview with David explaining all the things she went through. All those things, ne? Now, when I saw Bomathali Maria this January, ne, I was like, no, the way she was explaining it, ne, it's in the past. I agree, she's healed and stuff. But the fact that he was never really charged and arrested. And she was saying it with so much calm. Now, when I put 1, 2, 3, 4, they're giving me the answer because
So you're saying African magic?
I am saying that traditional court case, there's no case number there. Now, if we were to accuse, or if I were to allege, or to say my conclusion is, or rather my hypothesis is, this person, they were married and they got divorced, and she said, I will show him.
And there are many ways to show each other, Shem, after the relationship didn't work out.
Yeah, so now I feel like,
Hey,
guys, when the police come and fetch me, I'll come and fetch you in the comments and we go together. Ne? I'm asking you, what do you think about Maria? Do you think this guy is having now, he's now like papara? I'm 56, I'm alone in the house, nobody wants me. He's old.
Now I feel like it's going, Shem. I don't even want to I don't want to blame African medical or police.
Medical science.
I feel like it's just going because they don't heal when they are. Because either you will lose your marbles, you will die of a heart attack, you will just go crazy. So either one of them, it's all these things that are happening. Ne? This man is just suffering the consequences of
Bill, Madam Speaker. Award-winning actor. Listen, today you see, we know what you are all about. Tomorrow, when you'll be posting, what is the weirdest thing that you could do? Maybe posting yourself drinking and videoing yourself doing weird things.
What if I woke up tomorrow and I decided, this is the new content I want to post because I'm tired of living for you guys. I want to live for myself. Guys, that's all the time that we have for today. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Or do you think it's African magic that has worked? Or is it because this guy is just depressed? Or is it a good thing for a man to be alone? Or maybe that's why he's acting the way he's acting. Because now I believe that. It's either, better don't get married. Marriage is very difficult. It's very dangerous, especially for a man. Because when you leave it, it's like, for us women, after marriage, we become bitter divorcees. Men, they go crazy. You need find a wife ASAP after divorce because you will be looking like you're mad. That's all that I have to say.
I have a lot of people I want to sort out.